Good morning from Reykjavik. Today, we haven't pulled quite into port yet. We're on the opposite side of the ship as the port, but we should be pulling in shortly. It's probably about 7 o'clock, something like that. We're expected to dock at about 9:15, so we're still a little bit early. But the scenery out here is pretty nice. Reykjavik has a pretty waterfront on this side. I see another town that's way over here at the end of this island. It's pretty good size also. Not sure what that town is. But out here you can see all the mountains, all the fjords, all the scenery. Still haven't seen any whales out here though. They're kind of apparently just come out at dinner time. It's the only time that we see them out here whenever that I'm looking for them. But today's temperature is probably in the low 50s, I would say. Seas are flat as we're pulling into port. And we'll see what all that we get into a little bit later on. Today, we're gonna do a bath, Sky Lagoon. And then afterwards, that's only gonna be however long that we wanna stay there at the Sky Lagoon. They're gonna bring us back to the ship. And then we're going to a lava show. So we're going to see some lava flowing in a showroom inside of Reykjavik. So we'll see you in a second whenever we're ready to do stuff. Today is day number 8 of our trip. And today we're docking in the largest town in Iceland. This is their capital of Reykjavik. It's all the way on the west coast of Iceland. And this, if you're going into Iceland, is probably where you're going to start from. This has the main airport. And where the ship will probably be docking is over in this area. This is where it appears that we're going to dock at, one of these areas. And there's a whole lot to do here, because from here you can go a whole lot of places deeper into Iceland and see things. And the ship, well, there's a lot for it to do also, and they're giving you a whole lot of time to do it. The ship's going to arrive at the main port at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's not going to leave until 11 o'clock at night. But remember, we're way up north at the Arctic Circle, so it's going to be daylight almost 24 hours a day. So at 11 o'clock at night, it's more than likely still going to be daylight. And the excursions from the ship, there's a lot of them, but like I say, they're all expensive. So you could see some things that go $600 or better. There's a lot of bathing places here. Blue Lagoon is one of them. You hear a lot about that one, and some other things to do around here. But what we're going to do is we're not taking any of these excursions. What we're going to do is go off on our own again and pick an excursion. Seeing we have so much time in port here, we're going to do 2 excursions at this port. The first one is going to start at 12 o'clock. They're going to pick us up. Remember, we are not getting in until 9 o'clock. So 10 o'clock was probably be the earliest that you would want to plan an excursion. But this one is going to pick us up at 12 o'clock. So no need to be in any hurry getting off the ship. Our excursion is going to be 2.5 hours. And we're going to a Sky Lagoon and a spa ritual. So this one's going to take a good while, and it's right near downtown. So it's not going to take us 15 minutes to get there. And payment, we did it in advance. So it's $288 for 2 people. So $144 a person to do just this one. Of course, we're getting cash back through Viator. Remember, we're getting cash back in Viator. And then we're also getting cash back through the Capital One credit card. So there we had a good bit of savings also. But still, we're going to say that the price we paid without anything else is $288 or $144 per person. And we paid this in advance. And they're going to pick us up right at the pier also. So we just walk outside the pickup area and we go to this tour. The second tour that we have is in a lava show. And that's from Get Your Guide. Here, it's right near the pier terminal also. But this is a lava show. So we're going to go there, and this is going to be probably about an hour or so. it says 50 minutes. So the other one, if it lasts 2.5 hours, starts at 12, we'll be at 3 o'clock or so finishing that one. Gives us plenty of time to get something to eat, get over to the lava show. That'll start at 6 o'clock, last until about 7 o'clock, and then we could walk back to the ship. Like I say, it doesn't leave until 11 o'clock at night. But here, what they're going to do is, like this little picture shows you here, is it's a lava experience. So there's a hot chamber in the back where that they pour lava out and then show you how the lava flows and gives you a show on it. There's a little bar in here that gives you a free drink, and you'll be able to bring home a piece of lava with you for your souvenir. So pretty neat little excursion I thought of. It's time for our spa ritual. And at 46 degrees, even the room bear says it's cold outside. So we're going fully dressed and plan on changing at the spa. And this guy has taken our picture at every port. So time to take his picture. Okay. So in every port you've taken our picture. So now you're getting your picture taken. And if you're at a port and hear the ship's horn going off like this, don't be too afraid. This is required by law. Every so many days, they have to practice a man overboard or abandoned ship. There's drills that they have to do by law. And if they don't do them, well, they could be denied porting at a particular port. So they practice these drills religiously every so many days. Luckily, we abandoned ship early. So we're doing Sky Lagoon today. I'm showing you some of the excursions that the ship has to offer, and this one is the one we picked. It's a little bit cheaper, and it's a little ways farther away. We had to walk a little ways, but Sky Lagoon, the transfer is offered through Reykjavik Excursions. And they said meet down here. I see the building has the name, and a bus has a name, so we got to be in the right spot. But also next door is the city hop on hop off bus. We see those all the time at different cities. And also a Bus Travel Iceland bus here. And we've been talking to other folks, and there are 30 buses for Bus Travel Iceland going to the circle. So we decided not to do that. We saw some of the volcanoes at other ports, so we're going to try something different here. A bath. So this is Sky Lagoon. The outside of the building looks pretty nice. All turf. Yeah, all grass. Flowers. So apparently we get a locker, put our shoes in there, and change our clothes. This is not a private locker. It's all public stuff. So I'm not going to show you anything around here, especially me. So we'll tell you on the other side after we get dressed. And whenever I booked the tickets, I didn't realize that you had to book a private changing room separately. But they have toilets, so that's close enough to a private changing room for me. This is warm. Hello. I'll go behind you. We'll go see what all is over here. Oh shoot, look at that little whirlpool of wind.
You want now?
Little whirlpool of winds, heat coming off over here. So to give you an idea, it is probably 50 degrees outside, and this water is probably 90. So that's where all the steam is coming from. And they said there's a bar here, so we can see about getting a drink. So everybody on this side of the lagoon is drinking, so I reckon we have to get a drink next. That's going to be the next step, is figure out where the bar is. I don't know if that's the exit or the bar. You would think there would be a bar in the pool. Ah, there's the bar. Look at this. A swim up bar. Who would have thought? Look at this. We'll put them on one wristband.
One wristband. Yep.
So you pay for everything with your wristband. Then they'll fix it up here. All right, there's that one. Snazzy, pink drink. Good, huh?
Pretty good. That is the martini. The Crowberry martini is really good.
And next we're having a gold drink. So Icelandic beer. Thank you, sir. So the beer is pretty good. Cheers. And we're in Iceland. Cheers. Water feels good. Of course, you probably can't hear me because I don't have the mic, but the water feels good. Here it just drops off the edge. It's an infinity pool. Suppose we could watch for whales out here, but doubtful we'll see any. Pretty neat.
Got it going. No.
I ain't going underwater. That's cold enough.
When we went to Sky Lagoon, we did the 7-step rituals. I did not have a clue what that they were, but now I'm giving you a little bit of information on what they are. These are the 7 steps listed here, and a little breakdown of what they are. So I'm not going to explain them too much. I'm just going to kind of scroll through so that you can slow down the video if you'd like to read a little bit more in detail. Or go to Sky Lagoon's webpage. There you can read all that you want, get prices and everything. But the 7-step rituals, we did it, but we kind of did it fairly fast. We loved the lagoon more than anything. The 7 steps was nice, but the lagoon was what made the trip. Of course, this body scrub, that was pretty nice too. Well, we did the 7-step ritual, but we didn't bring you in there because maybe not appropriate for cameras. It's more like a P. Diddy ritual. You had all oiled up with all kinds of stuff on there. Took a cold, we skipped the cold stuff. We did the hot showers and everything, but yeah, we did the express route. We didn't take a whole lot of time. Pretty calming experience.
The sauna was hot.
Sauna was hot.
We didn't stay in there long.
Nah, it's like a South Louisiana on a hot day. Anyway, back out to the pool we are. We'll show you pool again one more time. You can see all the people still out here with all the steam. We haven't been to the other side of the pool yet where the waterfall is. We may have to go over there also, see what it's like, and maybe get another drink. Anyway, it for now. In case things get rowdy, well, they have security here also. So, security in case needed. Time is coming to an end. We've been here for an hour and a half or better. Time to head on back out. We'll see how we get to back to the ship. Lots of folks here, way more people than I was expecting. So the buses run every 30 minutes. But where we're at is, I think, on the other side of the church, which you can see stuck up over here. That's Iceland's famous cathedral. On top of there, that looks like possibly an observation area, like you can see stars. What I'm guessing that is. And the airport between us. So every 30 minutes the buses run. So we have done with our excursion and heading back to the Miracle. Next to us is a Norwegian Star. Another good sized boat. But that's my boat. Next, after we drop everything off, we'll go and get on a shuttle bus and take us downtown. That way we can see the church and the little things that are downtown. So the buses from the cruise terminal drop you off right here at the museum area. What they don't tell you is what kind of museum area this is. Yeah, not the kind we're looking for. We will continue on. The local Icelandic version of a Walmart is called a bonus. And their mascot is a pig. It's a grocery store with a mascot of a pig. So this is our lava show experience in Reykjavik. Here we're going to see how the lava is formed. And it's going to flow down in the middle of the stage. So we'll see what all it's like. And I'll walk around and get you the prices. Of course, as I'm walking around, I have to get my 1 beer limit here. And didn't realize that it was $13.02. Did I say Iceland was expensive? And remember to buy your tickets in advance. If you bought them at the door, they're about $55. But we paid in advance for a little over $46. So, yeah, we saved a few dollars, enough to buy that expensive beer at the show. So, buy in advance.
So this is genuine Kirkwall lava that we are remelting in our furnace back there for all of you over 100 years later, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, a couple of safety notes before we go on. Those of you sitting downstairs will have found safety glasses on your seats when you came in. You don't need them just yet. The video is not that dangerous. But after the video, I'll remind you to put them on, and we'd like you to keep them on from that point until you actually leave the room at the end. And when you do leave out those 2 back doors, there are clear plastic buckets outside, and you just put them in those buckets and we'll wash them and we'll use them again. Okay? What else do I have to tell you? Oh yes. Don't touch the lava. Now, I shouldn't have to say that, and yet here we are. Because I have literally had a situation where a guy who was sitting in the front row, actually right where you are, so I'm watching you, got up out of his seat at the end of a show. He was making his way to the door over there, spotted a chunk down here that he quite liked the look of, and I saw the hand going out, pick it up. I had to grab him and pull him back. Because the piece was about 400 degrees Celsius at the time. So please don't do that. But by all means take photos and videos, that's fine. But we would, however, just ask you to turn the flash on your cameras off. This is Stefan. So Stefan's our melter tonight, that's why he's wearing this ridiculous looking suit. We'll have to get one for him up there as well, apparently. Yeah, this is actually, it looks a bit silly, but this is absolutely necessary for him to do his job. So he's operating a furnace back there, currently running around about 1300 degrees Celsius, and he's just about to pour lava out of it while standing right next to it. And having done so, his next job is to go around to the back of the furnace, open the door, and start shoveling in the hardened lava from the last show to get remelted.
There are more active volcanoes concentrated in Iceland than anywhere else on the planet. Iceland has 30 active volcano systems, of which 19 have erupted since the settlement of Iceland over 1,000 years ago. There are two main reasons why Iceland has so much volcanic activity. First, Iceland is sitting right on top of a powerful mantle plume that continuously pushes magma towards the surface. Mantle plumes are sometimes referred to as hotspots, and in Iceland, the center of the massive magma plume is nestling right below Grímsvötn, the most active volcano in Iceland. The other reason for Iceland's intense volcanic activity is because of the mid-Atlantic ridge that cuts right through the island.
So you can see how it just lights up the whole room. There's that bubbling reaction I was telling you about as it hits the ice there. So you can see just how fluid this lava is as well. And when lava is this fluid in nature, when it comes to the edge of a mountainside, goes over that edge, the wind can get a chance to catch it. And you get these lovely features called Pelly's hairs. So I'll make a few of these for you just now. These are Pelly's hairs.
Oh.
They're super fine strands of lava. They cool very quickly in the air, as you can see. They form these lovely glassy threads. Now the geologists, they absolutely love finding these. They're actually quite hard to come by in nature. Because they're so fragile, they tend to get broken apart very easily. They get blown away by the wind. So that's why the geologists love finding them. Farmers here in Iceland, on the other hand, aren't so keen on them. Because those glassy fibers, they get into the grass that the animals eat. That messes up their stomachs. So that's why in Icelandic, they've actually got a different name. They're called Nornahál in Icelandic, and that means witches' hairs. All right, now, you can see that the lava has kind of crawled to a halt on the surface, but there is actually, as you can see here, you can see there's still fluid lava coming out from underneath all of that. That's a point I'll come back to very soon. But right now, I've got a big block of ice down here. Do you want to see what happens when you stick ice on the lava? Yes, of course you do. Stupid question. Alright, so we'll just drop this on here and apply a little bit of pressure. And you'll see quite quickly what starts to happen. So some of the steam escapes up the way, but some does get pushed down into that lava, and it actually causes the lava to inflate. So what you see as I hold this here, the surface of the lava will rise up a little bit. Sometimes we get bubbles forming in places. You can see that's actually bulged up quite significantly in the middle there. Hardened to a nice crust there on the surface. And actually down in the front here as well, although we haven't actually had ice down here, we've already got a nice crust forming there too, but don't be fooled by that. Underneath that crust, you see we've got still very molten material from underneath all of that. You probably felt that wave of heat when I flipped that over, yeah? Mm-hmm. So that's actually happening because lava is in fact a tremendously good insulator of heat. It doesn't actually transfer heat well through itself at all. So once it forms a crust like that on the surface, it'll keep the material underneath that crust really hot for a really long time. You can see if I dig into that stuff just now, I can still actually get Pelly's hair out of that. It's starting to kind of thicken up quite a bit by now. The very hot stuff, you can tell the temperature is better colour. So the really hot stuff is that yellow, almost white colour. Then that eventually will cool down, will fade more to orange, and then eventually fully to black. Just grab this piece here to show you all. There we go. There's some medium rare lava there. Just the way I like it. Yeah, anybody want a souvenir? Yeah, catch. No, we're not doing that. But you see that lovely red-orange glow from that lava? You're only actually going to get that glow from lava if the lava is still over 600 degrees Celsius. So once the temperature comes down below 600, it's not able to release the energy as light anymore. From that point on, it'll just release its heat. And it does actually lose the heat from the surface to the air very quickly. So that piece that I just took out a few seconds ago, already you can see that's dimmed down quite significantly in colour. It's almost fully black now on the surface. So the outer part of that's kind of hovering around 600. But of course, if we open that block up, the inner part of it's still going to be glowing brightly. In fact, that bit next to it was more insulated, so you can see that's actually still got the red glow. So that's evidenced by that glow. Now, I might actually be able to crack this. Let's see. Step over here. Give it a quick tap. There we go. Check that out. Actually, a pool of lava like this, that's going to keep the heat for a really long time. If I just left that pool sitting as it was, without kind of smashing it up, it would probably take somewhere in the region of 2 days to get down to room temperature. Almost like cold. Yeah. Go on. This little shard of broken glass. Well, I'll let you touch it, but I think taking it with you is a great idea because it's super sharp.
And soon as we get back from the lava show, it's dinner time on the ship. And tonight we have 2 teams of servers waiting on us, so no waiting for us tonight. I think we were in and out in about 30 minutes. And for my appetizer, I have the flatbread, the muffalata flatbread. Also, you guessed it, Caesar salad. I wasn't telling a story whenever I said I get this pretty much every night. And for entrees, I got the beef bourguignon. At least I think that's how you say that. It was good. And for Cheryl, her entree was the cheese ravioli. So yeah, she had cheese ravioli tonight. And for dessert, we both had the sweetest almond chocolate cake. And that was good also. And after going all day, we didn't get to dinner until like 8 o'clock. So we ended up calling it a night early tonight. So tomorrow is our next stop, Heimaey. At least that's how I think you say it. I'm not really sure, but Heimaey is probably good. Anyway, if you like these videos, hit like and subscribe. And we'll see you again next week. And as always, thanks for watching.